Wayne, just looking at the game at the weekend, would it be fair to say, like, it's obviously it's only league, maybe league's probably not as important maybe as when you were there. I know you won I think you won a Division 1B when you were you were with Limerick. Not as important now, but Galway seems to be the one team that can lay it down to Limerick on a given day. If you look at the 2020 semi-final, obviously that 2018 final was unbelievably tight. You look at last year's semi-final again. Do you expect to see much or learn much of the game over the weekend?
I do. I think that the league is probably slightly diminished in the last 2 or 3 years in the value of it. But still, no, like I'd imagine that teams have targeted certain games and to do kind of an easier week or a hard week and stuff like. I'd imagine that Galway would have targeted Limerick as a game to kind of understand where they're at. They're going well. They're going well again this year. They're physical side, good hurlers. So many good hurlers up in Galway. It's a very, very hard place. You know yourself. It's a very, very hard place to go. I do expect them to contest, obviously, but again, like it really depends. Have Limerick targeted this game? Because I suppose, like, you take from the Clare Limerick game last week or 2 weeks ago, Clare obviously hadn't targeted that game. Because they basically rested a lot of their players. So I presume that they did a hard week that week. So if Galway kind of targeted the Limerick game, yeah, it should be a good game. Can they be? Are they as good as them? They are. They absolutely are on the day. But it'll be interesting to see how Limerick line out and how Galway line out, and obviously with the weather conditions always play a part up in Pearse Stadium, to be honest. Which is
there's always the wind blowing in from the Atlantic. It's usually a game or two halves. Yeah. What have you made of some of the younger talent? You mentioned Adam English earlier. Shane O'Brien is a big man for his age, a big physical player. Colin Coughlin is bigger again. He's one of the biggest physical specimens you see for his age. And then you have the likes of Donegal O'Donnell as well. And there's a lot of new faces, and John hasn't been afraid to throw those new faces into the squad, even and letting go some of the maybe more experienced players that have been around for the last couple of years.
Yeah, I suppose like fresh blood is important, as I spoke about earlier on. And seeing these guys come in, it does kind of like Shane O'Brien is an excellent prospect as well. He's the nephew of Paudie's, who I played hurling with. Again, big guy, has athleticism. Good to see these guys coming in, and the shape they're coming in is excellent. Like, again, it's about fresh blood and keeping the guys who are there on their toes, and keeping the guys, giving the guys who are coming in, giving them an opportunity. Are they good enough? Can they express themselves on a given day? Because there's no point having these guys in the panel if they're not going to be played. Really and truly, because if you're in the midst of a battle in championship, you turn around and you look at a guy and you haven't played him, well, then really you can't consider him and stuff like. So it has been good management by John. Like, you always he tries to integrate one or two guys for every game and stuff, and give them game time to see how they get on. But in terms of like the quality coming in out of English is exceptional. Just again, like the difference in conditioning that he's had in the last kind of, I'd say, 9 months, again, like is exceptional, and fair play to these guys, like, because they have to put in the work as well. Yes, it's provided for them, but they have to do the work as well.
Other lads as well. Cottle O'Neill, who we haven't mentioned, hasn't featured yet. Fergal O'Connor, a good player as well, was full back with the 20s last year. It's a great position for John Kiley to be in the sense of being able to keep lads on their toes, because one of the hardest things, I suppose, is when you're succeeding is things maybe get a bit stale. It's the same lads been picked, and that's not to say it won't be the bulk of the same lads been picked. It probably will be, but there seems to be lads kind of nipping at their heels now, which is a good position to be in.
Yeah, correct, and like that's the kind of the culture John has created, I suppose, and the players as well. Let's be honest, like it's obviously they're a united front and stuff, and that's the culture that's there. That everyone has to work hard. But like you would see that, you definitely would have seen last year. Like, if there was a softness in guys thinking, okay, my place is here, I don't have to work hard. Well, then they would have been beaten last year, or like the guys wouldn't have performed as well. They wouldn't have won those tight games. So John kind of has them in a great position. Loads of talent coming through, but like Fergal O'Connor is the prospect. I know Aaron Costello is probably a bit older, but he's another fantastic option. Ronan Connolly, a clubmate of mine, is there as well. All these guys, fantastic, and they're excellent club hurlers. Ronan performs super well at the club. Same with Fergal and all these guys. But yeah, John has him where he wants him. I think the whole panel, and he has these guys kind of nipping at their heels, and like if there's any kind of complacency from the guys, well then in come the new guys. You know, that is a good place to be. But again, it's 100% created from the outset by John and his management. Like it's that you have to work hard, or else you're someone else is behind you and they come in.
Just lastly, would you see Galway as one of the biggest threats, or would you see it as someone within Munster?
Oh, the biggest threat, to be honest, I think to be honest, like the chasing pack it's an equal group. Like I really and truly like you, Kilkenny, Galway, Clare, Tip seem to have kind of breathed new guys again. Like, and it doesn't take their club hurling is so strong on Tip that it doesn't take for them too long to actually get back into the chasing pack, we call it. Probably Galway, because they're probably a bit further down the line than other counties, and their physicality is always unquestioned. So Galway probably will be Galway and Kilkenny, I think, will be the two leading contenders.
Yeah,